nasty out today. Raining, blowing, just gross. Makes me real glad that the boat's at a dock. I'm in the cocoon of the car right now. Pete's actually at his shop. I just got off of work and I've been doing a little bit of thinking. It's a new year. Time to reflect. Some folks wanted me to mention or talk about myself, and I've been kind of putting it off because not very many people are very good at talking about themselves. I'm 28 years old. I crossed the Atlantic when I turned 22, and we didn't get back till I was about 24. Have we been back 4 years? It's been 4 years already. Time just flies, and those who are older can kind of laugh because I'm young, but man, time is just... Anyway, I'm not very good at talking about myself. What do you say? I don't know. I never have been very good at wearing makeup. I've worn it before, and it made me feel nice and beautiful, but I've just never been very good at keeping it or putting it on. For a special occasion, maybe. But I don't own any makeup, so I just don't put any on. I don't have the time really to go to the grocery store, or where do you buy makeup at? To wherever you buy makeup and get makeup. And living on a boat, you can't really keep powders and all the little fluffy things that you use to put makeup on because it gets wet and damp and rusty and whatever else happens to makeup. So yeah, I just don't wear it, and I haven't for years. Not that I don't want to. It's not really a choice, really. I'm not saying I'm not wearing makeup because I don't want to wear makeup. It's just that I don't have time to put makeup on. My hair. Some folks have asked me about my hair. I've been growing my hair for about, all my life. I've been growing my hair all my life. My dreads. I've started, actually right before we crossed the Atlantic, so I was probably about 21 when I started letting my hair dread, and I actually let it dread. I didn't really, I don't know what you do to actually make hair dread. I just stopped brushing my hair. When it first started, it would bunch up and I'd have to kind of pull it apart because the different dreads will kind of combine, like you'll see different ones. This is when my hair is real. It started, I had pretty short hair, and so this is kind of what happens. After a while, they kind of combine together. And as they got longer, I could pull them apart and kind of make them, separate them out. But for a while, I looked really bad. It looked like I had a turn signal coming out the side of my head because it was all bunching together. Those who have dreads will know this, but you can wash your hair, you can condition it, you just can't brush it. Yeah. I'm going to keep growing them. I want them to be really long. I want them to touch the ground. Well, if they touch the ground, then I might have to cut them. And they'll probably be too heavy. I think they get too heavy after a while, too. You have to trim it because of the weight. I guess I'm going to grow them until they get too heavy. I play the banjo. I've been learning how to play the banjo for probably about 5 years now. I also started learning the mandolin. Pete can play everything. Everything with strings, whether it's left-handed or right-handed, he can play it. I've actually forgotten the chords on the mandolin again. I remember the chords on the banjo, but mandolin, for some reason, I just can't seem to get. I started surfing when I turned 19. It actually was around the time that I got my car. First time I went surfing, I was with my dad, and we were at the beach, and this guy was on a surfboard, and he pushed me on I was out there swimming, and I don't know how I got on the conversation with him or anything, or why. Well, anyways, he pushed me off on a wave, and I stood up my first time, and the guy was really surprised. I don't know, I guess maybe people don't stand up their first time, but he was saying, you know, hey, you should get yourself a surfboard. So, and I thought it was really fun. I really had fun doing it, actually. I'd never seen anybody surf before, so I was probably about 16 then. And then when I got my car, the first thing I did was I went and I bought a surfboard. It's quiet when you stand up. You don't really notice any sounds. At least I don't. I don't hear anything when I stand up. And the other thing was there was really no waves over there in St. Pete, so that kind of... I mean, there is waves, but it's very sparing. And when there is waves, you go and catch them, because if you don't, they're gone. So that's when I decided I wanted to move over to the east coast of Florida. I wanted to be able to surf more often, and granted I'm not like a huge wave surfer, I'm a Florida surfer, so I moved over to the east coast, didn't really know anybody, thought I'd try to make it on my own. That's kind of how I got into boating. I got a sailboat when I turned 21. I was actually 20 when I found the sailboat. You can read a lot of this in my book. I got a boat. I lived aboard my boat for a year, actually, before I met Pete, my boyfriend. It takes a lot of responsibility and know-how, and a lot to learn if you don't know anything. And I didn't know anything about sailing. I didn't know anything about boats at all. As you become a sailor, there's many hats when you become a sailor. We're leaving! All done with work.
It was a good day.
Yay. What'd you do today?
I made a bathroom door wider. I put knees on a dinghy. And now I'm going to go play some music.
Speaking of which, we need to get some strings for my mandolin.
You need to get your mandolin.
Where is it?
I told you I won't tune up for filming. Ever. And I don't think that nut is any good. I gotta redo it. So we can go get strings, but I don't think today's the day to try to string it up and all. As a matter of fact, I'd be embarrassed the way that nut turned out. I want to redo it.
Oh.
So let's go and get a, maybe they would